Normally, you will wake up and start to use electricity. You started to be negligent in every single things in your house. You use the electric continuously without thinking about the consequence that will affect you. You start to waste up the water. You do not concern about the billing, which will price up. You also leave the house without switching off the light. Have you noticed the climate is changing? When we say climate, it does not referring day-to-day changes in weather. We are talking about the long-term effect, changes that you can only see over a long period of time. The climate change can be difficult to see as we go about daily life, but that are important because they give impact to our communities and culture. The way we live is based on the climate we live in. Like the happy life of polar bear before this is getting worse. They are getting melt now. Because the shelf has split into multiple sections, the polar bear now have a smaller area to survive. This include a limited food supply. Heat wave may be nice if you're on the beach, but they can harm vulnerable people like the elderly and young or those who don't have access to cooler places. And flooding from the heavy rain can destroy homes, roads, and crops. As our climate continues to change, impacts are becoming more and more serious. And even if climate change not impact your communities now, it will soon. But how and when we react to it up to us. We can adapt, which means we change the way we live based on how our communities are being impacted. Preparing and identifying for the impact of climate change help in the short run and can save property, money, and even wildlife. But in the long run, if we are too slow to prevent climate change, we have to curb emission of carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases in an effort to reduce global warming. Small steps like driving and flying less decreases energy use or reduce consumption are all examples of mitigation. But if mitigations of climate change is to be effective, it has to be on a large scale, which means we have to reduce harmful emissions as individuals, as communities, as state, as country, and collectively as a world.